Oh, he got it. Oh my God, my boss. What's going on, guys? It's Savio with Drift HQ. Give you a little update. We went to New Jersey for the Gambler tournament. I destroyed my car again.
You weren't allowed to replace it. We wouldn't work on it again. It's done.
Got hit with the Alpert, man.
Try it again. Fucking it. We wouldn't allow him to fix it.
We drove Thursday, Friday, and on Friday, on qualifying, I drove a little bit too hard. I switched tires, drove a little bit too hard, went straight into the wall, destroyed my rear end, the front and the rear, destroyed my subframe points. So the car was completely done. The boys were able to get the car back together, tweak, but back together for me to drive on Sunday, which was a badass track, Club Loose. If you haven't driven there, it's a must. You gotta go, you gotta do it. So we came back and then we contacted a bunch of people looking for a new shell because they wouldn't allow me to fix it anymore. That thing is done. Everybody voted on just getting a new shell, making a fresh build. We contacted everybody that we knew they had a car, and then I got one response back that was willing to let it go. Chris Lawrence, he sold me his S14 shell. We picked it up. Josh, Chris, everybody at Drift HQ has been putting in a lot of time and effort in this hot weather. You guys can see, look, I'm dripping. All right, so we could sit here and talk about it and me trying to explain to you what the boys did, but how about we just show you what happened in this past 2 weeks, how much they've been working hard, and everything that we got accomplished.
Excited?
I'm very excited. Oh, I just got back from New Hampshire yesterday, and they gave me a brand new present to play with, so super excited. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take out all the sound deadening in this. Chris is gonna rip out the wiring harness, and then I'm gonna go to town on some boxes, plates, and a cage. And then we're gonna just cut the whole thing apart after that. Cage first.
We have this nice super dupe arrow, real origin overs, so Savio can go running into stuff.
What's up, guys? Crickett here and Chris. We just got in Savio's new shell, S14, and we're gonna hack this thing apart, put a roll cage in it, tube chassis front, tube chassis rear, all the fixings. Magic Man's gonna do his magic.
Yeah, we're gonna pull out everything, all the suspension components. We're gonna reinforce the subframe because that's what we messed up last time when he destroyed his car in Jersey. Solid subframe bushings, probably gonna swap it over to 350Z diff. And then in terms of driveline, we're still gonna put the same 408 stroker, but we got a few more surprises to throw at you guys once we get the engine put back together. And then we going off to paint. We're gonna do a different color scheme. Still gonna be green on the outside, but we're getting rid of all that gold that he had in the engine bay before. We're gonna spice it up a little bit. And also gonna make the car actually fit Savio so you can be comfortable in the car for once. Better hydro location, mount the seat a little bit lower,
Better
nice high
A-pillars.
A-pillar bars, and a good block off in the rear so his car doesn't fill with smoke like it always used to. So we got some good ideas and a few things we've been dying to rally out for him, and he finally got a new shell, so we'll see how much he lets us go through with.
I'm gonna give him all the love.
All the love.
All the love.
All the gussets, all the dimple dyes, all the beautiful stuff we can get on.
No time. I got a week to do the cage. Yeah, so it's Monday, and I have until Saturday. I have to build the whole cage for it, which isn't a problem. I can usually do a cage in about 5 to 6 days. But I do want to give it a little extra sauce on top for Savio because he deserves it. Such a great guy. So we're going to do some magic on here. Today we are going to take all of the sound deadening out and Chris is going to take out the chassis harness. So stay tuned. We got more episodes coming up, and watch this beautiful thing come together. It don't look like much right now, but it's gonna. It's been 10 minutes since we did our intro, and as you can see, we ripped out the whole wiring harness, chassis harness for this car, all of the carpet. Now we're gonna move on to all of the sound deadening. It's gonna be probably about 15 pounds worth of weight. Everybody likes to remove it. It's a lot nicer when you go to paint the inside of the car. Also helps for when you're doing the cage. You don't have all this crap in here. So we're gonna burn it. We use MAP gas or just a torch and heat it up. A lot of people end up using dry ice, and that works really well, but you have to go find it, and it takes a while to do it. So we'll do it with the MAP gas, and it'll just peel right off with our trusty spatula, wherever it went, putty knife, and it comes up really easy. With the dry ice, you actually have to bang on it with a hammer, and you end up denting the floor and all sorts of crap. So I'll show you the magic right here.
Just heat it up and heats up the glue behind it. Works so much better than the dry ice because it comes off in almost whole pieces. Look at that. Beautiful. Doesn't smell great though. That is the downside.
Alright, tell us about your fun journey of getting this sound deadening out.
So, we used the torch. It was about 6 hours. But usually we do BMWs. The 240s have a lot thicker sound deadening, and they use way more glue. So we ended up using a multi-tool, which is somewhere around here. What do with it? There it is. Instead of using a putty knife, use this multi-tool. We call it a vibe. And you just heat it up and whoop, comes right out. But then it leaves a whole bunch of excess tar and stuff all on the car. So if you look, we actually sprayed the whole thing down with brake cleaner and wiped everything down nice and clean because we're gonna paint it. And wire wheeled the hell out of it. Well, he did. I did all the scrapey. He did the grindy. And it worked. It's beautiful. I can't wait to start my cage now because I don't have to do nothing for prep. It's already prepped.
How was it?
It was alright. We've dealt with worse, but I mean, it's time consuming, but as long as you got a good game plan. He was torching and scraping while I was falling behind with the wire wheel. Each quarter probably took about the same amount of time for each of us, so as long as we're out of each other's way.
Yeah, I only got shot in the face a few times with your little wire wheel things, but yeah.
Semantics.
That's what I was wearing glasses for.
Ooh-wee.
That was just to look cool.
You know, I'm not Speedy J.
Rip.
All right.
What's up?
Alright, so it is Saturday. We start on this cage Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday-ish. So we're on 4 days now. The only thing we have left to do is door bars, which I have to cut out the skins on his door to allow for his door bars. We're gonna end up coming out. We're gonna do a 45 out to another 45, make it nice and wide on the top door bar, and then the lower door bar is gonna go straight across. It's gonna be just like his other one, and he really likes those door bars, so do I. It's very easy to get in and out of. Plus he's smacked off of walls with them and nothing's happened to him. No dings, no dents, no nothing. So very sturdy door bars. Stay tuned for it. We got everything else done. I have a little bit of finished welding to do right here on the harness bar. And then after that, Chris is gonna come over here, rip out the front and rear subframes. We're gonna have Jamie over at UpFab fix our front subframe for where the power steering rack goes in. We have to move it a little bit farther forward in there, so he's gonna cut like about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches out of the front subframe to allow for the rack to push forward a little farther to allow for more angle and less binding at full lock. And we're gonna keep on plugging away on this thing. We're gonna cut out the rear end next week, cut out the front end next week, and do full tube chassis, front and rear mount radiator, all the goodies. So, like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think about the build so far. We're only we'll be 4 days into this cage and it'll be complete, which is pretty cool. We got all of our plates from FDF Fab. Josiah up there in Canada took care of us. Usually takes me like a day to get all the plates set up, so this was a lot easier. It saved me a day worth of work, having not have to cut anything. So if you guys are interested in doing your own stuff, you can order their plates through us or through them on our website.